The next level is universal monotheism, and in that there's one God, and it is spread across more than one country. It's no longer just one tribe, it's many tribes. We see that very broadly in the major religious viewpoints of the world, which pretty much divides up the world in four different ways: Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, and Hinduism, and then everybody else. The issue is that now we have to learn from one another what things are good for us and what things are bad for us. We're not going to destroy all the other religions because they disagree about various small factors in their religion. Adolf Hitler tried that in the mid-20th century, and it was horrific. And most of us who lived through those years or immediately following those years know how horrific it is and know how impossible it is that one religion is correct. Now, on December 24th, 1968, the Apollo 8 mission began to orbit the moon. When they were orbiting, the three astronauts took one of the most compelling photographs of all time. It's called Earthrise, and what it shows is the Earth rising over the horizon of the moon. And when you look at that picture, and when you look at one other picture, which was when Voyager passed Saturn, NASA had Voyager turn back toward Saturn and take a photograph of Saturn as it was going away. And in that photograph, you see a small white dot, and that small white dot is Earth. And what we know is that on that small white dot, on that Earth that was rising on December 24th, 1968, lives not only everyone that you know and I know, but everyone who has ever lived on the Earth since the beginning of time. Not only humans, but every creature. Since the beginning of time, it's all happened on that small blue dot. That's a profound idea. And so if we think in terms of having one way to look at it, then if we think in terms of having only one way to look at it, then universal monotheism has very serious evolution to undergo, because we have the four major religions, each with more than 1 billion members on this planet. Whether we like it or not, we're going to have to find a way to live together. That's evident. But Dr. Jung came up with a sixth evolutionary step for the God image. And that sixth evolutionary step comes from a recognition of the psyche and the need for individuation. That is to say that we all understand that it is up to us, and only us, to make the world a livable place. So the sixth evolutionary step in the God image is individuation, and it's described as follows. Individuation, the discovery of the psyche, refers to the psychological level which understands religious imagery as the phenomenology of the objective psyche. Now, what this means is that we recognize that there is something outside that pushes us, that is the collective unconscious, and that makes things happen. Throughout my life, I've had many religious experiences, some of them in church, some not, but all of them are consistent with this idea of the God image, and specifically individuation and the psyche. And it's not a question of believing. There's no faith to believe. Once you've had a once you've had a religious experience of this type, you will know. You don't need to believe. There's no need to believe. You will know. And this is what Dr. Jung said famously in his interview on the BBC, which you can find on YouTube. Just look up Carl Jung, I don't need to believe, I know. That's probably one of the most controversial comments in psychology and religion. And nonetheless, if you've had an experience like what I'm talking about, where you observe an experience within the objective psyche, that is something that is out beyond you, then you too will know.